Hello, I'm Sonia West for Sanjha TV. We're here in Surrey for a big announcement by Linda Annis. What is the big announcement? There's rumors. We'll find out what the big announcement is. Let's take you inside today's announcement by Linda Annis.
Well, good morning. Thank you for being here today. I'm Richard Broder. I played for the Vancouver Canucks in the NHL for 8 years. Well, yeah, sometimes I used to be a king. I think I know a thing or two about teamwork, and it's no secret in sports or life. Teamwork is critical to you. Is the secret ingredient to making great things happen. And if you're lucky enough to have a team with a great leader, well, you got a winning combination. So when my good friend Linda Annis asked me, Linda, my friend, my dear friend, asked if I would introduce her this morning, I said absolutely. I've known Linda for more than 25 years. And we've all heard the old saying, if you want to get something done, give it to the busy bee over there, the busiest person you know. That's Linda Annis. I have to admit that when she decided to run for City Council 7 years ago, I was a bit surprised. I wonder if she knew what she was getting herself into. Politics can be a pretty rough sport, particularly these days with the toxic nature of social media. But like so many people who have watched her over the past 7 years, well, it turns out Linda is a lot tougher than she looks. And her work ethic, her honesty, her community, and volunteer work, she's everywhere. And her willingness to help have always been at the core of who she is and how she does things. She's got a sense of humor, but it's never at someone else's expense. Sometimes at mine, though. That's okay. She's my friend. And she's got the spirit of volunteerism in her DNA, and she's not shy about standing up for what's right without being shrill. But she can also be tough as nails when she thinks something is wrong and needs fixing. But I never seen Linda back down when she believes in something, and she never does. She'll stand up and fight for it. She definitely knows the definition of elbows up. She also knows the value of teamwork, whether it's in life or at City Hall. Her values are exceptional. So my advice to each of you, for someone who knows Linda well and who knows how much she cares about this community, is rally around her and work with her to make Surrey the best it can be in the years ahead. Take it from me, she won't let you down. And that's what's saying from coming from me, a goalie that needs everybody around him to win games and to make it good. And and she'll do everything single day with class, humor, hard work, and common sense. Well, that sounds to me like a winning combination, doesn't it? Please welcome my friend and Surrey First Councillor, Linda Annis.
Thank you so much, Richard. You're absolutely right about teamwork. And good morning, and thank you to you all for joining me today. 7 years ago, I was approached by the team at Surrey First to see if I had any interest in politics. Frankly, I hadn't given it much thought. But the more I thought about the opportunity and our city's future and what our city could accomplish, the more interested I became. I've lived in Surrey for more than 25 years, and the idea that I could give back to my community became really appealing. That was 2 elections ago. To say I was as green as grass back then would have been a complete political newbie would have been an understatement. Suddenly, I was swimming in the deep end of city politics. But you know, as time went on, I felt more and more comfortable. The more I did, the more I learned, the more people I met in our community, the deep end didn't feel so deep anymore. That's why I'm ready to ask the people of Surrey to let me work for them on the biggest issues of our city. Today, I'm announcing my candidacy for Mayor of Surrey in the 2026 election. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I know that that a council that works as a team can get so much more done than a council that's divided. I also know that a council that doesn't have a roadmap tends to lurch between issues with no real plan. I also know that Surrey families don't want to be sidelined by their mayor and council. They want to be heard, and frankly, they're tired of being ignored. In short, we all want to be a real part of our city's decision-making. With the help and support of Surrey voters and residents, I know we can build a better Surrey for all of us and for our families. Surrey is about to become the biggest city in our province. Geographically, our city is the size of Vancouver, Richmond, and Burnaby combined. In just 4 short years, we will have more residents than Vancouver. And Surrey will be the first city in our province to hit 1 million people. Right now, under Brenda Locke and her 4 councillors, we're not ready. In fact, we're not even close to being ready. The mayor and her councillors have wasted this 4-year term focusing on just one single issue, the police transition. They have wasted time and millions of dollars, and they've put every other important issue on the back burner. The mayor and her councillors have shown us that they can't deal with more than one issue at a time, and this has frustrated me every single day. I want the police transition to be completed quickly, efficiently, and with a mayor and city council that will work as partners with our police department. Because there are few issues that are more important to Surrey residents than public safety. I hear that at every event and on every doorstep. Keeping Surrey safe has to be the single biggest priority for our Surrey Mayor and Council. So instead of picking fights with the provincial government or the police board or Surrey Police Service, City Council should be picking fights with gangs, extortionists, and drug dealers. This means working shoulder to shoulder with the men and women of our new police department. At the same time, I want to put the province to create a police training facility here in Surrey that serves the entire Lower Mainland. Because right now, the Justice Institute can't keep up with the number of new officers needed across the region. But I also want to get on with other big issues facing our future. Everything from transit and development to school portables, and the growing need for more art and culture programs, as well as more neighborhood pools, parks, and playing fields. Over the past 7 years, I've met thousands of Surrey residents. It's been an amazing opportunity to get to know our vibrant city and its incredible neighborhoods. And when I talk to our residents and our taxpayers, I know the sort of city they want and deserve. I want to work with each of you to build and create that city. That incredible future goes with it. Like you, I believe that Surrey's future is all about opportunities that are generated by great ideas. I want our city, and particularly City Hall, to be in the ideas business. The best ideas, the sort of ideas that change the status quo. Ideas that inspire all of us to do more and to be more as we become our province's biggest city. Ideas that roll out the red carpet rather than the red tape when it comes to growing our economic and business sector. Ideas that create an economy that emphasizes on our strengths in manufacturing, transportation, logistics and supply chains, agriculture and food processing, and the growing expertise of our city's construction sector. Because Too many of us are still commuting long hours to work in nearby cities when we'd rather be working closer to home, right here in Surrey. Ideas that build a 20-year plan that adds more pools, rinks, and playing fields to local neighborhoods. Ideas that incorporate light rail transit that complements SkyTrain and connects our growing neighborhoods. It's an idea whose time has come because SkyTrain does a tremendous job connecting cities along our routes. Light rail, though, is a way to go to connect our neighborhoods. The same light rail they use all across Europe and in places like Portland and Calgary. Ideas that make our City Hall and City Council more accessible, more transparent, more efficient, and more accountable to you, the people who elect us and send us to City Hall to get things done. And now, that also includes a core review of our city programs, services, and finances. It also includes hiring an independent Auditor General to ensure that we're getting value for money and that we're delivering the right programs and services efficiently. Our city budget is nearly $2 billion annually. I want to make sure every one of those taxpayer dollars is put to work efficiently and with complete transparency. On the flip side, one of the things we don't need is the current mayor's 10,000-seat arena, which will cost us more than $600 million. Instead, I want to focus on the immediate need for more local parks, pools, rinks, playing fields, and community centers for our neighborhoods. And once and for all, I want a plan for the development of the Cloverdale Fairgrounds that creates an entertainment and recreation hub, something that has taken far too long to complete. These ideas and more are just reinforce that City Hall and City Council need to be able to manage multiple priorities and it means getting more done quickly. And one of the ways to do this is to put our city councillors, our Surrey MLAs and MPs, to work for our city as a team. For instance, I want our city councillors to be given mandate letters that spell out their individual responsibilities and portfolios. The same sort of mandate letters that the provincial and federal government give to ministers. And I want our city to start flexing its considerable political muscle more often. I want Ottawa and Victoria on speed dial. I want them to know what our city priorities are and what we expect of our MLAs and MPs representing our community in Ottawa and Victoria. For instance, our 10 Surrey MLAs make up 10% of the BC legislature. That's a very powerful bloc. And every political party knows that you cannot form government without winning seats in Surrey. So I'm putting Victoria and Ottawa on notice. If I am the mayor of Surrey, you'll be hearing from me early and often. And I have a similar message for Metro Vancouver. As mayor of Surrey, I will be working to make major governance changes and demand a whole lot more transparency. That includes reducing the size of the Metro Board and getting rid of meeting fees for board members. There is absolutely no way a Metro Vancouver mayor should earn more than the Premier of the province. It also means an immediate and complete independent review of the North Shore wastewater treatment fiasco. There will be no hiding behind a court case that was years away. It will mean refocusing Metro back to its original mandate, sewer and water. Metro has lost the trust and confidence of taxpayers, and the only way to rebuild is with some major changes from top to bottom. So is it too early to announce to run for mayor? The short answer is no. People who know me or know my work know I take things pretty seriously. There's a lot to do to get our city ready for the future it wants and deserves. So I want to use this time to have some serious conversations with the Surrey voters and taxpayers. And while it takes time, particularly because we have to play catch-up after this term where so little was done, the next election is all about getting Surrey ready to be BC's biggest city. It's about deciding what sort of a city we want Surrey to be. This is our chance, your chance, to build the future and community we deserve. A future that delivers for families, neighborhoods, and Surrey businesses. And I firmly believe that by putting Surrey families first, we'll put Surrey first. I've spent the past 7 years getting to know my community as a city councillor. I know what's on your mind, and I want you to know I'm on your side. Here in Surrey, we are definitely not afraid of the future. On the contrary, I believe we have people, the land, the resources, the talent, and the drive to take on the future and make it ours. All we need is a mayor and council with a can-do attitude, a big vision, a solid plan, and an uncompromising work ethic that puts Surrey first. Because together, we can do better.
You mentioned 13 months before an election isn't too soon to announce your candidacy and start campaigning. But what do you say to voters who are inevitably going to say, why are we starting right now, particularly if you also have a message of turning the page from the last 8 years of Surrey politics?
Thank you. It's very important that we start now because I need to be engaging with all of the residents in Surrey, and I need to hear what they want, and I need to be engaging with them. They need to get to know me, and I need to get to know them and to know what's important to them.
You mentioned creating a light rail system for Surrey. Voters explicitly rejected that idea in the 2018 election here. TransLink has spent a lot of money and planning, rerouting all of their plans for Surrey Transit to go away from light rail and to have bus rapid transit and other things instead. Why should Surrey residents want to do another flip-flop on this, which could cost more time and delays and money, similar to what we saw for that transformation after 2018?
Make no mistake, transportation is a huge issue in Surrey. Just thinking about me coming to City Hall today and to the Civic, it took us over an hour from South Surrey. This isn't on. We need to be looking at how we can connect our city centres together so that people can use transportation. In many parts of Surrey, even with the addition of light rapid bus transportation, many don't have the connections. So it's very important that we build what's good for Surrey and we connect our city centres together.
So will you be, if elected, pushing TransLink and the Mayor's Council to cancel proposed expansions of bus service in Surrey and to reroute funding to create a light rail network? And have you done any costing on how much that might be for the city?
Yes, I absolutely will be pushing to get light rail into Surrey. Surrey has been ignored far, far too long. I think we also need to be getting more funding for additional buses to connect into a lot of our light rail. It's absolutely critical. Transportation in Surrey has been ignored for far, far too long. There's areas of Surrey that don't even have bus service at this point in time. We need to do better, and we need to have louder voices.
Congratulations, Linda. It was a great speech. Richard Brodeur, my goodness, that was a great intro. Sonia West, Sanjha TV. My question is this. I've asked the current mayor about the safety of Surrey, and we're not getting any real clear answers, and your affiliation with Crime Stoppers, you're doing great work there. What would you say to the people of Surrey that are saying, we are terrified? We are so scared to leave our homes. There's guns, gun violence every day, gangs. What can you give me as an answer? I know it's really early, you just announced, but I'm putting your feet to the fire.
We need to hold those people accountable that are recruiting our young people in schools into gang activity. It starts as young as 14 years old. We need to be providing better intervention for those young people to ensure that they don't get involved in gang activity. One of the ideas that I do have is looking at our recreation facilities. Many of these kids that are targeted are kids that don't have someplace to go after school. So I would propose that we open all of our recreation centers to youth free of charge so that nobody has any barriers. They can use all of our facilities. If they're doing healthy activities after school, they're less likely to get involved in gang activity.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you. Ginny Sims from Swift Radio. Linda, my question to you is the South Asian community, the business community, has faced a string of extortion cases, and the number of shootings have increased. What specific plans have you thought about to try to tackle this very, very serious situation?
The extortion issue here in Surrey is extremely concerning to me. And one of the things that we need to do is getting the community to work together. So when people get phone calls, they shouldn't be picking up if it's an unknown number. And if they are targeted, they should be letting the police know or Crime Stoppers right away. Oftentimes, people aren't reporting, they're paying, and they shouldn't be. What they need to do is get the police involved as soon as they possibly can, because the sooner the police can get involved, the more likely the evidence is there and they're able to deal with it. It's a work that all of the community needs to work together, and it is a huge issue, and it's an issue that needs to be solved right away. And those that are held responsible for it need to be held accountable and receive consequences. Our judicial system is far too light on people that are creating these kinds of offences.
Yeah, this is Yusuf Khattab from White Rock Muslim Association here. You just mentioned that you will push for the light rail. Don't you think that light rail will add more congestion to our streets than it is now, right now? It is very congested. What's the benefit of pushing for the light rail?
Light rail works extremely well in Europe and in many cities throughout Canada, including Calgary. It takes a lot of the cars off the road. It's easy to use, and if you have a mobility issue or you're a young mom with a stroller, it's easy to get on and off. It's a great way to build community, to connect communities, so that it's one of the tools that we can use to actually create more employment here as well by getting people to work, because they can connect. If you're living in South Surrey and you need to go to Newton, it's easy with light rail, not so easy with bus.
Sorry for that. Just to comment, what you have mentioned in Calgary and in Europe, the streets are way more wider. There is a place for the light rail to go through without any congestion. Unlike here in Surrey, all our streets are either single lane or 2 lanes. So this will add the congestion to the streets by the light rail. That's my question.
Absolutely, a great question. But the streets, many of the streets can now accommodate it, and we need to adjust our streets so it can be accommodated. The more cars we can take off our road and provide alternate options of transportation, the more likely people are to use it.
I'm here with a future Mayor of Surrey, Linda Annis. We heard you announce that you're going to run for mayor, so congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. What an incredible opportunity to be able to run for a city like Surrey.
Yes. We all had heard rumors about it, but today it's confirmed you are running for mayor of this beautiful city of Surrey. We talked to you about extortion, we talked to you about gangs, we talked to you about all sorts of topics that you addressed in this crowd, even though it's your first almost official day. Tell me, how did you feel with the crowd, the reception of everybody here, and how do you feel with all the challenges that you have to take on? You called out a lot of people about transparency and how much they're getting paid. That's a big topic for you to just bring up and be so bold as to call out some people that are making more money than they've disclosed.
Well, I think it's absolutely incredible that we are transparent. We need to make sure that the residents of Surrey and the taxpayers of Surrey know how their tax dollars are being spent. Absolutely incredibly important.
Okay. And what message do you want to give to all the people that are watching in Surrey today? This is the first day that we found out that Linda is running for mayor. So Linda Annis for mayor. Let's hear your pitch.
Well, I would love to just thank everybody for listening and coming out today, and what an incredible crowd that we had here. Lovely to see so many people. And I want to say to the residents of Surrey, I'm looking forward to meeting with you in the coming days and months to hear what your concerns are and how you would like to see Surrey be a better city.
Wonderful. Best of luck to you. And one last comment about your team. You said that we're going to be excited to learn who's on your team, and they're like-minded, and we're going to be very pleased. So you want to give us a little hint?
Stay tuned. Some new candidates will be announced probably in the next few weeks.
Wonderful. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
So we heard the big announcement, Linda Annis for mayor. So let us know what you think. A great day, a great turnout from all of the people here from Surrey, a lot of media attention. And the rumors, we heard about it, that Linda was going to announce that she wanted to run for mayor. And now she's told us that her council members were going to stay tuned to find out who those people will be. So keep watching Sanjha TV for all your updates and best of luck to Linda Annis for mayor.